You know, there's something called crimes of passion. Say you walk in on your girlfriend sleeping with somebody else, or, vice versa. The emotions get the best out of you. And in that state of mind, you can do crazy things. A lot of justice systems around the world have laws for crimes of passion because people know they're mentally insane, at least for that moment in time. Yet, these shootings keep happening and keep happening. So, instead of talking about the agenda of how people, the elite, want to take away America's guns, they want to take away the Second Amendment. Remember, this is the freest country in the world for a reason. This is the only country in the world that has a Second Amendment. But we're not going to go down that hill today. I want to talk about another thing that's going on, and it's mass mental illness on a massive level. And a lot of people who watch these shootings will say it's false flag, and it's very possible. That's the thing with our government at this point. You don't know if it's a false flag or if it's a really sick individual because the government lies. So you don't know which it is. But let's just say it's 50-50. 50 are from mentally deranged individuals and 50% are from government-backed false flags. Let's say it's 50-50. So let's cover not the false flags because I've done that many times and so have many other people, and that's not where you can get information of. Let's cover the mental illness part. Why are there so many mentally ill people now? Because back in the days, 90% of Americans had guns, and you didn't have stuff like this happening. You just didn't. People had guns back then. People had machine guns in the 30s. Things like this didn't happen. Yes, people went around killing each other, but there was usually a purpose behind it. Revenge, money, drugs, sex, whatever. Not people picking up a gun and just randomly killing people for no reason, just random people. That didn't happen before. So why is it happening now? We have less guns or a percentage of people who have guns now than we did before. So why is this happening? Well, obviously it has to do with mental illness, but why is the mental illness happening? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's because people are being promiscuous. It's because women are sleeping around with 20, 30 guys. See, when you have energy like that, you have what causes mental illness. Have you ever talked to a prostitute? Have you ever talked to a woman who's had sex with many, many individuals? They are not mentally healthy. They have a lot of issues. Now, having said that, someone pointed out, well, hey, Gary, the most of the school shooters, if not all of them, are guys. You're right. Who had them? A woman who was most likely sleeping around and had a lot of mental illness. That's what's going on. Women are sleeping around, they're having kids, and their kids are being born mentally ill. Now, this goes even further. We're in the age of Aquarius. I've made previous videos stating the side effects of the age of Aquarius. We're going to have a lot of mental illness because of those side effects. And you can take all the guns off the streets. You're going to have people start running in with knives and doing this shit. Morality matters. If you sleep around, most likely as a woman, most likely your kids will be mentally ill like you. No, science is not caught up to that yet. They don't understand what I'm telling you. But they'll have people making videos in 50 years where the science has actually come together and they'll point that, I was right. I know I'm right. There's no question. See, I'll give you a little story. Astrologers for 500 years have been saying whenever it's a full moon, people go crazy. Lunar moon, lunatic, get it? Science was only recently able to understand that when the moon pulls on the tides, and since 70% of the human body is liquid, it's going to have an effect on human beings as well. But astrologers knew this before. So I am telling you, in a world where you have people, especially women, sleeping around with 30, 40 different guys throughout their life. Hell, there might be even more. When they have kids, energy of all those guys are there. And that's going to cause mental illness. You can choose not to believe me, but you can't ignore the consequences. So that is what's going on. I'm willing to bet every single one of these school shooters had a loose mom and a father figure who was not around. It had to be in the 95% range. So now you know, and I had to get this off my chest because it's not what everyone thinks. It all goes back to morality. All goes back to, ladies, keep those damn legs closed. That's what it always goes back to. Feminism is the cause of this. Feminism is the root of all evil. And what happened on 8/18/1920 is worse than the Federal Reserve. I promise you that. GG33 always talking truth.